And your source for eSport Racing once again comes back live. Welcome back to the Full Velocity Racing Network here as we've been at Volusia Speedway Park for the last hour or so. The Dirt Swinging Outlaws out there for practice for their super late model event coming up here in just a few minutes. But now in the throes of qualifying, so we'll take you to the lineup there as soon as qualifying comes to its completion. But we got Phil LaCasse here and Todd standing on the call here for the Dirt Swinging Outlaws. And Todd, a lot of it here tonight cannot be done without our great sponsors and partners behind the scenes. Why don't you take us to a ride and thank all the great people that get us out here each and every night.
Yeah, definitely got to thank all of our sponsors here on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport Racing. Got to thank Hanover Record Service, Tyler Blankenship, and those guys coming aboard here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also got to thank Jeff Brown and iRacingIFlag.com. Tell you what, you want to be a step ahead of the competition, go over to iRacingIFlag.com. Give yourself one of them iRacing iFlags. I mean, they're fantastic. I've seen them. I don't have one yet. I should get one, but I never race. So, visit iRacing iFlag. I'm going to tell you, fantastic stuff that they have out there. Also got to thank Voiles Trucking. Fantastic. And Phil knows a lot about this sponsor because he got the sponsor for the NASCAR 2003 community. Come aboard on iRacing. Brian Voiles and Kathy Voiles, I should say. These guys rent trucks out. Voiles Trucking. Check them out. You can check them out on Facebook. Also got to thank BladeNode.com. BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by nerds. If you use the promo code FVRN, you get 25% off your purchase. Also got to thank newcomer sponsor here tonight, South Texas Speedway. You can visit them on the web at www.southtxspeedway.com. Again, South Texas Speedway, Corpus Christi, Texas. Thank those guys for coming aboard. Also got to thank Monstar Productions and Jake Keel. They have a race coming up live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Get in touch with them. We'll be sharing the link. It's going to be fantastic. Jake is one of our own here. He's been able to announce here on Full Velocity Racing Network. But get a hold of him. Get involved in that show. That's going to be a fantastic barn burner. Also, TDR-Racing.net. This is one of the sponsors you do and you don't want to be a part of. It's the Turtle. If you're upside down on your lid, it's a TDR-Racing.net. Turtle. Also got to thank Har Motorsports for the quick time here. Har Motorsports provides the quick time, and right now with 12 seconds left, it is Howard Weaver, so we'll see if he's able to hold on to that. Also got to thank Trash Panda Graphics, who I don't have a graphic for you as of yet. Evil One Graphics also, and Brendan Spotafore he's done a fantastic job. Brenda. Wow. Brenda, yeah, get a hold of me. But Brendan Spatafora and the Jet, I tell you, it's a great YouTube podcast that's out there. Make sure you like them out there on YouTube. Phil knows a lot more about Brendan and everything he does. He's been able to catch more shows than I have been able to. But I tell you what, the 2 shows I caught so far, man, fantastic.
Oh, he's hilarious, and we are going to see Jet and all the guys, Cars and Stars, in our 2003 Hobo Racing live tomorrow night right here on the Full Velocity Racing Network as we go back in time. A great 10-race deal we got with those guys. Thanks to Voiles Trucking for all of that. That is really great. We're going to do that tomorrow night, but we're going to focus on what is going on here. The Dirt Swinging Outlaws Super Late Model Series out to the racetrack. Tonight's quick time. The guy who will sit on the pole in heat race number 1, just talked to a victory lane here a few short minutes ago. Car number 07, Howard Weaver, and alongside aboard car number 1, that is the Austin car on the outside of the front row. In row number 2, the number 31 car of Mike Crawn with the number 017 of Adam Joseph on the second row. Row number 3, we find Mr. Excitement David Day, Justin Witt aboard car number 7, rolling off 6th. And in our 4th and final row on the inside, we find car number 44 from Hanover Record Service. That's our buddy Tyler Blankenship. And alongside of Tyler in the 524, the Missile Mike Bunsen. He rolls off 8 in a very stacked 8-car field. Todd, 10 laps going to be the distance. And look at that front row. Howard Weaver and Austin Carr. This is an awesome way to spend a Monday night. You see those two guys in a heat race together at that.
Yeah, definitely going to be an awesome way to spend the super late models, the Hanover Record Server super late models here at the Slinging Outlaws. So definitely going to see a great battle here. I believe in the heat race, Howard Weaver gets to pick his lane. Obviously on the outside here tonight is Austin Carr. Going to be down on the bottom there in the number 1 Elite 7 Motorsports number 1 machine of Austin Carr. Then you got the 31 Mike Cron right there, who was quick in practice, Phil. You said Mike Cron up top of the leaderboard there in practice, so Cron pretty quick here in his own right. The 017 of Adam Joseph pretty comfortable with his setup. Don't count out David Day, Justin Witt, Tyler Blankenship, even the missile of Mike Bunsen. He's had some good runs here as of late. The iRacing.com pace truck going to pull down to pit road. We're going to restack and repack this field for green flag racing action off of turn number 4. Green flags in the air, iRacing flag style down the front straightaway. Austin Carr and Howard Weaver side by side through turn number 1. Howard Weaver on the outside, Carr down to the bottom, side by side down the back straightaway. Give it to Carr. Carr's in the lead.
Carr to the lead in turn number 3. Weaver now going to fall under fire for the 31 car on Mike Cron to the inside. Off of turn number 4, Austin Carr going to be the leader on lap number 1. Now look at this race on for second. Cron to the low side of Howard Weaver. That is a drag race for the run-up spot in turn number 3. Give it to Cron by a skosh in the third turn. Well, put a cap on that for the time being because yellow flag and a green is on the speedway. Yellow, yellow, yellow in heat race number 1 for the DSO Super Late Models on lap number 3. Hanover Record Service yellow flag, caution number 1 on heat race number 1. Allows us to look at a Full Velocity Racing Network, BladeNode.com instant replay. Todd, you got the story down there, and I believe it's Adam Joseph who went around in the 07.
Yeah, tough break for Adam Joseph, and the backstretch wall, almost like that gate there, Phil, at Williams Grove, that pesky gate.
Ooh, not the gate.
But this is a gate here of Volusia, but Tyler Blankenship does not know Adam Joseph is there. Hard into the outside wall does the 017 go, and like you said, he has good luck, and then he has bad luck, and this is the Scotia bad luck that he's going to have here tonight. As into the outside wall there, down the back straightaway off of turn number 2, Adam Joseph, man, the whole front end off that machine, and man, that looks like a subcompact car out there tonight. We're gonna call that a Chevy Chevette.
Ooh, throwing a Chevette out there. That's always good. I was out there this morning, Todd. We went and pumped gas this morning with the wife and I on our way to an appointment. Saw a 1930 Model T out there. You want to talk about a sweet-looking ride? That was cool to see this morning as well. So, getting some cool references out there tonight live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. A light's going to go out around the speedway on the iRacing.com pace truck. We're going to be one more lap away from getting back to racing as we go halfway home here. 5 in, 5 laps remaining. It is going to be Austin Carr and Mike Cron on the front row. And look at the personality in row number 2. Howard Weaver and David Day. Can you imagine those two guys in the same room? We wouldn't even ever have to talk.
No, it would be interesting. I bet you that would sell some things. I'm not sure what's going on here, Phil. A little bit different things going on. Oh, it's a 31 disappearing there. Aliens trying to take hold of Mike Cron. iRacing.com. Pace truck down to pit road. iRacing flag. Green flag back in the air. Carr assumes the lead once again. Here comes Howard Weaver down to the inside. Side by side battle there with Mike Cron. Cron right now holding on to the second spot, but Weaver trying to make sure work of him as he comes down to turn number 3. Dives it down deep there into turn number 3, and off of turn number 4, he's going to assume second place in the 07 machine.
Sure is. Put Weaver up the second. Cron now going to look to the inside. Gets to the left rear of the 07 car. Skirts him a little bit up the hill, but a still skeet. He'll keep that thing rolling straight as Howard Weaver in the 07 car. Cron had to roll out of the gas, almost stack up the field. Allowed David Day to get to the back bumper, as well as a 44 of Tyler Blankenship. He's going to look down slow in a single file train. Now they'll race for 4th. Down the back stretch, 44 into the 5 into 3.
Yeah, Tyler Blankenship trying to come here. Here comes Witt down to the bottom side. That's a battle for the 5th spot. Meanwhile, out front, two laps to go there for the 01 machine of Austin Carr. So Popsicle Sticks in the air. Howard Weaver running in second. Third is Mike Cron. And 4th is David Day under heavy pressure from the 44 of Tyler Blankenship. Now Cron back down to the inside. He's trying to make some headway on Howard Weaver. He's got 1 lap to do it here in heat race number 1.
Yeah, one more trip around the half mile, but it is the Austin Carr off of turn number 2. That black and white numeral car number 1 down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4. And for the final time, Austin Carr going to take down the win in heat race number 1. Drag race for second between Weaver and Cron. Give it to Weaver, but only by about 6 1/1000ths at the line over Mike Cron for third. David Day going to get 4th. Tyler Blankenship will a top 5. 6th for Justin Witt. Mike Bunsen for 7th. And Adam Joseph had that wild tumble. He's going to finish up 8th here in a loaded heat race number 1, but we have an equally loaded Heat race number 2, Todd, about to roll to the racetrack. And looking at the names here, this one's going to be just as good as the first one, maybe even better.
Yeah, heat race number 2 already on grid, getting locked and loaded here. Starting on the pole, driving the number 97H, that's Blake Heather. Heather aboard the number 97H, and his days aboard the outside, driving the number 55. That's Steven Spees. Spees aboard the number 55. Inside row number 2, starting in the third starting position, that's Richard Spar. Spar aboard the number 71, and his Tango and partner to the outside. That's the driver of the 21C, that's Nathan Kassler. Kassler aboard the 21C. Inside row number 3, starting in the fifth starting position, driving the number 28, that's Steve Spees. So look at that tongue twister, Spees and Spees out there here tonight in the 28 machine, Steve Spees. And outside of him, TJ McGuire aboard the number 84, rolling off in that 6th spot. Rolling off 7th is the 04, that's Fast Frank. Frank Gonzalez aboard the 04 machine. And his dance brother outside, that's Gary Bunton aboard the number 77 machine.
So that is 8 really good cars there. And I believe we do have all 8 out there. Gary was a little late loading in, but I do see that 77 car back there tailing onto the field. So we have all 8 cars out there. And look at this front row. Blake Heather and Steven Spees. That is 2 of the best shoes out there on the dirt right now, and they're going to lead this field to the green flag next time around. Row number 2, a really good one there. Richard Spar, Nathan Kassler. You know, you got guys like Steven Spees, TJ McGuire. We just showed some good speed here tonight. Frank Gonzalez, Gary Bunton. That is 8 really good, terrific race car drivers about to dazzle us here. Live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, live via Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. You can hear us, guys. It's on there on the screen. Like our link out there. Share it, everybody. Let everybody know that it is happening here tonight in a big way. At Volusia, as the iRacing I-Flag, green flag rolls in the air. We are racing in heat race number 2. Blake Heather going to lead the field off the second turn.
Yeah, Heather down to the bottom. He was able to make short work here. Steven Spees in the number 55 machine running that second spot. He's under fire already from the number 71 of Spar. Spar down to the bottom side, that blackout number 71. You can hardly see the 71 on that machine. The lighting effect, different things going on. Man, this is a slick looking car. I've always liked black on black. The 71 machine of Richard Spar running. Oh, contact made! Speeds around, Spar around. That's going to take, man, that's going to make the top 5 a little bit different here, Phil. As again, Speeds going to the back, same way with Spar. Contact being made between them. That's going to put Spees up to second, the number 28. So you got to be sometimes in the right place at the right time, and Steve Spees in the right place at the right time.
Well, he certainly was, but, you know, you talk about that awesome-looking black-on-black 71 car. Well, there was some black-on-something violence going on over there in that third and fourth turn as the 71 of Spar getting turned by the 55 of Steven Spees. Brings us under the caution flag. Lap number 3, presented by Hanover Record Service. Going to allow us to take a look back at that replay there. Presented by Blado.com. Go back and relive that one. I believe it was Spees just in the back of Spar. Looks like he overshot the corner a little bit.
Yeah, overshot the corner a tad bit, and around goes the 71 machine. Unfortunately, those 2 drivers going to join the tail of the field, and everything going on out there here at heat race number 2. Difficult race there, as those guys were trying to make it inside the top 4. A lot of heavy hitters here tonight, and always a lot of heavy hitters at DSO. So it's really hard to get those positions, and he was really trying to get around the 71 machine.
Yeah, he certainly was. Those guys are going after it there. You got to get it here early on at Volusia, and with this crop of cars, and you know, you're trying to jockey yourself for position and get a good starting spot in the feature event. You got to do all you can, and tough break there for Steven Spees and Richard Spar, and that number 71 car is those 2 guys go to the rear. Looks like Nathan Kassler may have got collected in that little bit as well. Gary Bunton down on pit road, but that's going to put Blake Heather up in the lead. Steve Spees, the number 28 now, he's going to be up second. TJ McGuire, Frank Gonzalez, Steven Spees going to be our top 5 as we get ready to go back green flag racing this time around, as we're going to put 5 in the books. We're going to have 5 laps remaining as they work through the west end of the speedway, waiting for that Chevrolet Silverado. iRacing.com pace truck to pull its way onto pit road. He is in. iRacing I-Flag, great flags up in the air. We go back to racing, and look at that start. Blake Heather got shot out of a rocket there, Todd. He leads by 3 car lengths up the
Yeah, definitely a fantastic start for the 97.8 of Heather down to the top spot. Man, a little bit of contact almost there between the 4D and the 84 machine. Gonzalez able to keep the handle on that 4D machine. Look at Spar already up battling for that 3rd spot there with the 4D. Steve Spees running in that 2nd spot. Great racing going on for 3rd though, Phil, between Gonzalez and Spar. Side-by-side battle.
Yeah, sure is. Side by side for that third spot off the corner. Breaking a little tad bit loose. Going to allow Richard to get that run on the low side. Put Richard Spar, that black 71 now back to the third spot. Frank Gonzalez doing all he can to hold on for fourth, but he's got Steven Spees with 55. Crawling over the back of that machine into 3 and 4. 55 going to peak down low. Drag race for fourth here as we get through to go.
Yeah, 2 laps remain. Popsicle sticks up in the air. Steven Spees down to the bottom side, trying to get around fast Frank Gonzalez. That's a battle for that fourth spot. White flag going to come out in the air for the 97H of Blake Heather this time by. So one more trip here at the Volusia Speedway for Heather to take down heat race number 2. A great battle going on for the fourth spot still between the 55 and the 4D.
4D of Frank Gonzalez trying to make it happen down to turn number 3, but the checkered flag going to go in the air. Give heat race number 2 to Blake Heather with the number 97 car. Steve Spees going to hold on there for second. Good run for the 28. Richard Spar for third. Frank Gonzalez will get 4. Steven Spees running it on top 5. TJ McGuire, Nathan Kazler, Gary Budson running out the 8-car field here for heat race number 2. But have no fear, we have 3 heat race I'm talking here tonight. And let's look at the lineup for heat race number 3. On the pole, going to be car number 12 of Marcus Mays with the number 66 of Spencer Swafford to the outside. In row number 2, the number 95, Greg Lewis on the inside of the second row. Sideways, AJ Cruz, the 343 on the outside. He'll start 4th. Position number 5, we find the driver of the familiar car number 15. That is Scott Schroyer. Into his outside of that little Caesar sponsor machine, number 37. That is Chad Peterson. And rolling shotgun on the field, 7th starter aboard car number 33, our old buddy, the high side hustler. Mark Karch going to roll off here from position number 7 in heat race number 3, which should be about a half lap away from getting under the green flags. It looks like Howard Weaver-Todd says he has exited stage left with the emergency round of Bojangles. Well, that's tough. I think he was intimidated by Austin Carr. Yeah, I call shenanigans. Yeah, shenanigans.
I think so too, Phil. I think he was intimidated by Austin Carr.
Shenanigans.
He's picking Austin Carr to win, but I think he had to bow out. He had to go get something to eat, Phil. But yeah, intimidation probably a key factor into that one. We're going to throw that one out there. Let Howard chew on that one a bit.
Man, I'm speechless. Somebody can outrun the guy, and the guy just chips tail and takes off. Jeff Brown, find your guy out there. What the heck is going on with Mr. Howard Weaver out there? Weaver Vision. Maybe he's going to make up a Snapchat girl. I'll never know what's going on with that guy. But off at turn number 4, I do know what is going on. We are going racing, I racing, I flag, green flag going up in the air. Marcus May is going to stop on that long pedal. He's going to lead the field in turn number 1 and 2.
Yeah, Mays doing a fantastic job. He said he felt pretty comfortable with the setup he had underneath him under practice conditions. So here's Marcus Mays to the lead. Here comes the 66 of Spencer Swafford working over the bottom. Again, a brand new sponsorship here this week. The iRacing iFlag sponsorship aboard the number 66 of Spencer Swafford. So great looking car out there again. I like the bright colors of Swafford now down to the bottom side by side for the race lead with Mays.
And that's a bright enough yellow where even my blind butt can see it. That 66 is digging down to the low side into 1 and 2 under Marcus Mays as they go wheel to wheel for the race lead there. And look at that run in the 3rd spot for car number 95. Greg Lewis running in the 3rd position. He is looking for running room. Swafford to the low side of Mays. Drag race for the race lead off the board.
Great battle going on for the top spot. Swafford going to take the advantage here down into turn number 1. Look at the number 95 machine of Greg Lewis now getting around Mays too. Now to the 2nd spot. So great side-by-side battle now. Mays has been drop kicked back to 3rd, Phil.
Yeah, put Mays back to 3rd. Has put Greg Lewis as the 95 car now up to that 2nd spot around Marcus Mays. And that just shows the strength of that number 95 car because Marcus Mays is no slouch here on the dirt. Neither is race leader Spencer Swafford, who this time we're going to be halfway home. 5 in, 5 to go here in heat race number 3.
5 in, 5 to go here for Spencer Swafford, number 85 or 95 machine, excuse me. Greg Lewis running in 2nd, all over the rear bumper there. Swafford trying to make something happen as we come off of turn 4. 4 more laps to go here at the Volusia Speedway. Now the 12 of Marcus Mays. Also, these top 3 have kind of checked out here. Again, getting into the picture though, the 15 is Scott Schroyer. Schroyer now running in that 4th spot, so doing a fantastic job in the number 15 machine, starting to reel these guys in, Phil. Late in the going setup, starting to tune up.
Yeah, and Scott Schroyer is no slouch here on the dirt. He is really taking well to this. He spends a lot of time on those setups, and no surprise at all to see Scott Schroyer running in the 4th spot and chasing down this top 3. But off of quarter number 4, Spencer Swafford going to take the 2 to go signal from the starter stand. 2 more trips around the half mile, but he's going to car length and a half, maybe 2 on Greg Lewis. That 95 car certainly fast, and I love that green and white numerals on those cars. Spencer Swafford leading by 2 car lengths. White flag in the air.
White flag, Swafford able to hold on the Red Rocket, the number 66 machine. Can he hold on here for this one more circuit around the speedway? Already down the back straightaway. And that number 66 machine down into turn number 3 for the final time. And off at turn number 4, picking up heat race number 3. It's going to be the Red Rocket, Spencer Swafford, aboard the number 66 machine. Second going to go to Greg Lewis. Third to Marcus May, Scott Schroyer, Martin Karts, Chad Peterson, and AJ Cruz. Round out your 7-car field.
Yeah, that was awesome right there. Good 7-car race. Spencer Swafford going to take down the win, going to move us here into a brief warm-up session before a 40-lap feature event for these guys at DSO. Dirt Swing Outlaws, super late models coming out and live in a living color this evening, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, presented by Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, BladeNode.com, South Texas Speedway. Welcome those guys aboard here to the Full Velocity Racing family. Also, Monstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evo 1 Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Chad. Todd, you didn't think I got that order down. Shame on you, big man. I got it.
A little bit of a segue that you're going to go into the sponsors would be a nice notice there, though, Phil, because I was all of a sudden you jump there and yeah, you do what you want. I understand that. I understand. A little segue though for the sponsorships, but yeah, we got to thank all those sponsors out there. Is everybody coming aboard, the new sponsors. If you want to get involved here, the Full Velocity Racing Network, all you have to do is hit us up on Facebook. We got packages also, so go on over to FullVelocityTV.com, FullVelocityTV.com, and actually, all of our packages right there. So if you want to look at the packages before you get a hold of us, you can sponsor one of our races. No package too small. There's no package too big. We will meet all your needs out there and make sure that we get you at least a sponsorship on here. If you can't do it that way, make sure you do some star donations here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. I've seen Jeff Brown out there with some star donations. Thank you, Jeff, and all your support here you do for us here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Never goes unseen, I'll tell you what. Jeff Brown, one of these times, I'm going to get one of the My Racing High flags, I'm going to tell you. And then I'm going to put it to good use here, over here. If I can ever race again, I got the race over to DWR. I started on the pole, finished 11th. That was horrible. I guess I got to practice a lot more before I run with those guys again. One of these times, Phil, I'm going to get one of those iRacing High flags, and I'm going to take it out there and put myself above the competition.
I think an iFlag and the whole world of a miracle would help me out there as well. Maybe I got to get one of those, Todd, but I have to channel my inner Howard Finkel here for a minute. So let's see. I've always wanted to do this. Go back to the old Heartbreak Kid days. Ladies and gentlemen, Howard Weaver has left the building, but he leaves you with this special announcement. I left because my girlfriend brought home food from Bojangles. I know I wasn't going to be able to race. Sorry, Weave Nation. I mean, to set us up for the big colossal fail? Come on, Weaver. You are better than that. He hired me to put that special announcement out there, Todd. I feel so used. Howard Weaver did it again.
I don't know about that one.
We have breaking news.
Okay,
because a good fat kid knows how to put Bojangles away. Okay, I am done eating. I guess he's back with us. And the drama continues.
As the grid is starting to go here, Phil, so we're getting ready to grid. And we thought, man, he can type and drive. Why can't he eat and drive? Bojangles, eat and drive. I mean, I can eat and drive. I'm a fat kid. I can eat. I can put some stuff away. You know I can put some stuff away, Phil.
That's right. If
4 fish fillet sandwiches, two double cheeseburgers, 10 plates of food. Doesn't matter. I can put it away. Love food.
I've seen this guy witness 4 fillet of fishes, and I sat there, and I'm not sure if it was amazement or absolute sick stomach, but we will leave that for another day as we are locked and loaded for a terrific 40-lap feature event. The Dirt Swinging Outlaws Super Late Model Series is the big highlight of the night with our Full Velocity triple header here on a Monday evening. So, Todd, without further ado, what do you say we dive straight into tonight's starting lineup?
And now, your starting lineup here for the Dirt Slinging Outlaws Hanover Wrecker Service Super Late Models here at Volusia Speedway. Starting on the pole, driving the number 1, that is Austin Carr. Carr aboard the number 1, and his dancer brother outside, driving the 97.8, that's Blake Heather.
Inside row number 2, we find the driver of car number 66, that is Spencer Swafford. And on the outside, Bojangles Cup probably still at hand aboard car number 07, iRacing iFlag Zone, Howard Weaver on the outside of the second row.
Inside row number 3, starting in the 5th starting position, that's Steve Speece aboard the number 28, and his dancer brother outside, driving the number 95 machine, that's Greg Lewis.
Row number 4 on the inside, the driver that was fastest in practice here this evening aboard car number 31, that is Mike Crawn, and to his outside in that black number 71, welcome back Richard Spar.
Rolling off inside row number 5 in the 9th starting position, driver of the number 12, that's Marcus Mays. Mays aboard the number 12, and Mr. Excitement David Day rolls off 10th in that number 5.
Fast Frank Gonzalez rolls off next aboard car number 4, and alongside in the 15, Scott Schroyer rolls off 12th.
Tyler Blankenship rolls off 13th in the 44, and Steven Spees in the 55 rolls off 14th.
Martin Karch aboard the 33, Justin Witt in the number 7, he'll roll off 16th.
TJ McGuire, Chad Peterson, Mike Bunsen the Missile, Nathan Kessler, AJ Cruz, Adam Joseph, and Gary Bunsen going to round out your 23-car field here as we're getting restacked and repacked for racing here. Phil Alpha, turn number 4. We're going to send these guys on their way. iRacing iFlag, green flag up in the air, and we're racing down the front straightaway, and I hope that's what we're doing. 3 wide for second already. Look at Weaver from 4th to 2nd in 1 turn.
Yeah, and he's going to make it happen off of turn number 2. He's going to put down not only Spencer Swafford, but maybe even Blake Heather. By the time they exit turn number 4, Howard Weaver up to the 2nd spot. I want to question, Todd, is there extra weight in the side of the 07? We'll never know. They're second racing side by side for third between Heather and Swafford. However, yellow flag and a greenish air in the Speedway Hanover Wrecker Service caution flag, number 1 of our 40-lap feature event, and it comes out early on lap number 2. Yellow, yellow, yellow on the racetrack. That means it is time for a BladeNo.com Full Velocity Racing Network instant replay. Todd, you've got the replay. Take it away. Tell us the story what happened down there, and I'm not even sure. I believe the guess, Marcus Mays may have had a hand in this one. Maybe not even a hand, maybe a foot.
Well, we're going to look at this one as Marcus Mays down to the bottom side, trying to make something happen, and still working here down through the corner. He tries to go back up track. I don't think he knew Scott Schroyer was there. Around in a knot for the number 12 of Marcus Mays. Not a lot of damage to the number 12 machine. So you're going to have to restart in the 26th or 22nd position, excuse me. 23rd position. Gary Bunsen not making the call.
No, he did not. So only 22 cars took the green flag here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Dirt Slinging Outlaws here. It is Monday night, and of course, we're out there with these guys. Super late models always end up our evening here on the network, and always great to have the DSO guys. Scott Schroyer, Martin Karch, they have done terrific things here. We were here from the exceptional DSO League, Todd. We go back all the way back to the TDR racing days of these guys branching out as the Dirt Slinging Outlaws, and you got to say, as a guy who was involved in the creation of DSO, we got to be so proud of those two gentlemen, because this is one fine racing league, and we got some of the best over here on that Monday night. When the call is out there, we want even more to come over here and make DSO the place to race on a Monday night.
Yeah, Dirt Slinging Outlaws, I was glad to be a part of at least a little bit of the portion of the upbringing here of Dirt Slinging Outlaws. It started off as TDR iRacing's branch there. Then we decided to stay NASCAR 2003 and try to separate the brands. And Scott Schroyer and Martin Karch took DSO and took it to new limits here, Phil. Really, really proud of these guys over at Dirt Slinging Outlaws. We're restacked, we're repacked, ready for green flag racing action off in turn number 4. Green flags in the air. We're racing down the front straightaway. Austin Carr leads them down into turn number 1. Weaver to the outside, side by side for the lead.
Side by side for the lead off of 2. Give it to Carr down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Does Weaver have a shot to pull back to the outside? He gets loose, as does Blake Heather. Opens the door for Spencer Swafford, the 66. That's a drag race for the 3rd spot, side by side off of 2.
Heather down to the bottom side, trying to get around Swafford there in the number 66 machine. The iRacing iFlag number 66. So we got a pair of iRacing iFlag sponsored cars there. 2nd, respectively, and 3rd so far here So you got Swafford and Weaver running second and third. You got Blake Heather running in that fourth spot, fifth right now. The 28 machine is in a battle there at Steven Speeds with the number 85 machine of Greg Lewis. Those guys got a nice, highly contested battle going on for that fifth spot.
They certainly do. Look at that run there from Lewis on the outside. 95 car rolling. Steve Spees at 28. So good to see Steve back out here with us. So good to see that guy. He's such a gentleman out there running that number 28, running it down that sixth spot into turn number 3 and 4. That battle was kind of concluded for the time being. Lewis was going to take a peek to the inside of Heather for fourth, but he got a little bit of a love tap from behind. Lewis getting really loose. Somehow, some way, held on a position. Richard Spar now up to the sixth spot.
Talking about Richard Spar, some guys out there asking what happened to the number 12 car. He got involved in an entanglement, now running in the, I believe it's going to be right around 21st position, so tough break for Marcus Mays. He had to get some damage repaired out there. A great battle going on there with the 71 and Steve Spees. As 71 of Spar looks down to the bottom side. They're trying to hold on to that position, 3 and 4 wide battling. And again, this is from 6 on back. Fantastic racing going on. Meanwhile, up front, it is Austin Carr out to about 3.5 car length advantage over those 7 of Howard Weaver and Spencer Swafford running in that third spot. Another 3 cars back. And there's probably 4 or 5 cars, maybe even 9 cars now back to Blake Heather. Heather under heavy pressure from the number 95 of Greg Lewis.
Yes, there is. Greg going to try to look for running room to the low side. Maybe now up high is Blake going to slam the door shut on the low side. Down the back stretch into turn number 3. Now Blake going to slide up that flat little hill there. Not really a whole lot of banking here in Volusia, but he's going to slide up high. Lewis going to have to stay up there. Looks like 95 car is set to run up high as well. Low side not working for these guys up front, but Richard Spar's number 71 car, Todd. He's running more than the conventional low side. That 71 car, arguably maybe one of the fastest cars on the racetrack right now, back there running the sixth.
It definitely has a fast piece underneath them in that number 71 machine. Now everybody down to the bottom side trying to make that catfishing line work around Volusia. My favorite track, I always say here on the iRacing Simulation, is Volusia. Reminds me of my home track. As meanwhile, out front though, Phil, we got to keep covering that one. Carr still holding on to the lead there over Howard Weaver in that second spot. Spencer Swafford still running third. Fourth is Blake Heather, like you said, under heavy pressure, heavy fire from that number 80 or 95 machine of Greg Lewis. I want to say 85, but it's a 95. He keeps peeking down to the bottom side, just can't get that forward bite into the corner there. So he's right there knocking on Heather's door, not able to capitalize and take over that fourth spot.
No, he sure is, and it's just so tough to run down low right now. Is working lap number 17, so we're approaching halfway home here in the 40-lap feature event, the Dirt Slinging Outlaws Super Late Models. Lewis once again trying to get deep down in the turn number 1 and 2. Low side is not there, but we've seen this traditionally happen at Volusia, Todd. In these super late models, toward the back end of these races, low side always seems to come in. Does this possibly favor a guy like Greg Lewis in the upper hand flat 4 spot in the turn 1?
Well, we're going to have to wait and see, because a lot of the time that low side will come back around. It seems like the groove falls up to the top and back to the bottom. It seems to be slip sliding around, though, as of right now there, Phil. I see in lap times here of last time by a 16.8, so the top 3 cars in the 16.8 second bracket, that is Howard Weaver, Austin Carr, and Spencer Swafford in that order. That's how the quick time went across the board. Mike Cron running a 16.9 last time by, so now Carr ran a 16.7, so these guys make me eat my own words as Carr and Howard Weaver almost identical lap times last time by as we hit 20 to go.
20 to go, and last time by 16.80 for Blake Heather's number 97. I got to think a Maritime there, 16.80 as well. Well, the 95 of Greg Lewis, who was down to the inside. Those guys been swapping a little bit of dirt, maybe a little bit of paint there, racing on for that 4 spot. Best race on the racetrack is between Blake Heather and Greg Lewis. They race on. Now here comes Richard Spartle, high side of Lewis. They're door to door now for the 6th spot off of turn 4.
As we go, Monstar Productions in-car camera with the driver at the number 71, Richard Spar. Just watch him go to work here. He's right directly behind Blake Heather, that 97 H machine as of right now. Remember, Greg Lewis still right there into the fray. It's really hard to see, but this is kind of what the driver sees here out of his windshield. Our camera's positioned just a tad bit higher than normal, but as he comes out through the corner, trying to work through the bottom side here, Spar just a tick faster last time by than the 97 H. And we'll see if he's able to complete the pass here in the upcoming laps, Phil.
We have to wait and see, because this is all quiet up front right now. Austin Carr leading Howard Weaver by almost 1 full second. Spencer Swafford running in 3rd. We got Blake Heather running in 4th in that heck of a battle between Lewis and Spar for the 5th spot, but we put a period on that for the time being. because yellow, yellow, yellow on the racetrack. Second Hanover Record Service yellow flag about 40 lap feature event finds us out on lap number 25, is it? Lap 25. That's going to put us under the yellow flag once again. BladeNo.com. Full velocity is the replay. Todd, you have it for us, and I don't have a guess here, but I think it may be Mr. Excitement that got a piece of the action here.
Yeah, Mr. Excitement, wrong place, wrong time. I'm going to say that one right now. It is contact being made. I believe that is AJ Cruz. Yep, AJ Cruz down to the bottom here. These guys get all jumbled up and into the maze and into the 017. 017 hits that backstretch wall, almost identical to the same exact place he did in the heat race there, Phil. But the 017 had a little bit of cushion, that time being the number 5 3unit.ca machine, Mr. Excitement David Day. He didn't hit it as hard, but David Day hit the wall pretty hard. Going to have to knock out that toe. Going to have to probably do a couple of different things to that number 5 machine to get it going once again here. A tough break for a couple of drivers hitting the outside wall pretty hard.
They certainly did. And I'm not sure if Martin Karch had anything to do with the wreck or not, but the 33 car is down on pit road with a little bit of damage as well. So I'm not sure if Martin got a piece of the wreck, Todd, but he is down on pit road. It looks like damage may be pretty severe to the front end of that thing.
Yeah, not sure what brought in Martin Karch. We'll see if we can get a real quick replay on the 33 machine, as usually we can. And Martin Karch, tough break for him. See if the 33, something I missed here on that machine. It doesn't look like anything, Phil. Maybe indeed we're riding along with him. I don't see any damage on him, Phil. Maybe a little bit later here. The yellow flag's out. Looks pretty straight.
All right, I'm not exactly sure what brought the 33 car to pit road, but he's down there at least 2 laps, and I'm not sure he's even out there racing at this point as we're getting ready to go back to green this time as a field. In turn number 3, Austin Carr going to start down low. Howard Weaver going to be on the outside of the front row. Spencer Swafford, Blake Keeler is run number 2. iRacing iFlag, green flag returns to the racetrack, Todd, as we start lap number 29. Carr running the outside lane. Weaver going to look for a spot there. Also Swafford, he's got his hands full running third as they hit turn 3.
There's a 31 of Mike Cron. I was watching him. He was trying to split the difference between Spar and the 97H machine. He is really coming all along here. The number 31 machine already up to the 5th spot there last time by. See if we can do anything there with the 97H either. These guys up front, Phil, are setting a blistering paces, trying to get away from the rest of the field. Is the number 1 of Austin Carr, though, 7 of Howard Weaver. The 66 of Spencer Swafford. Can Weaver or Swafford have anything for Carr? It's been all Austin Carr here with 9 laps to go here this time by.
9 to go, as you say, next time by. And we fixate on a top 3 running nose to tail. The racing is going back here for 4th on back. Blake either holding on, being left behind. You got the likes of Richard Spar there. You have Mike Cron's 31 car. Tyler Blankenship with a 44. Those guys are looking for the same piece of real estate, almost close enough time to share the same piece of gum over in turn number 3.
Yeah, definitely really close battling going on, almost 3 wide there between the 71, 31, and the 97H. Either last time by, we'll take a look at lap comparison, 17.051, which is Spar 17.108, and Mike Cron 16.995. So we know Cron's faster, but it's one thing to catch somebody, Phil, at these dirt tracks, another thing to pass him.
It certainly is, and so far, so good up front for car number 1 of Austin Carr, leading off Howard Weaver by 5 car lengths down the backstretch into turn number 3. Howard has his hands full with the number 66 of Spencer Swafford, looking up high off of turn number 4, but yellow flag, yellow, Hanover Record Service, yellow flag number 3 now on lap number 35 befalls us here at Volusia. And that's going to open the door for another BladeNo.com full velocity instant replay. And I'm only going to guess here, but I'm going to think it may be the 55 car of Steven Spies and possibly once again AJ Cruz, that 343 car time.
Okay, just taking a look real quick here. Just taking a look real quick, Phil. Is trying to catch up with it. I do believe it was the 343 of AJ Cruz. Yep. All by his selfie. Catch fence and all. It goes, he had a little bit of contact here, but AJ gets loose, extremely loose, coming out the corner, catwalking down the front straightaway. Tries to save it here, coming down to turn number 1, and AJ Cruz just into the outside wall, goes up onto the fence. I mean, he had a couple of incidents here where he just threw a disaster there. He was up in the air trying to do his best rendition of wall riding here at Volusia. We know it didn't work in DTR. Well, we know it worked in DTR, dirt track racing, the Ratback games. We know wall riding did work, especially around Knoxville. But Volusia iRacing, not so much.
No, and Todd, I do have some more breaking news down there for the pit area. You know, we said earlier tonight, Howard Weaver, you know, hired me to put that announcement out, but you know the guy who owns my soul. I mean, that would be the one and only Mr. Martin Karch, our longtime partner and brother, and, you know, does a lot of our graphics for our NR 2003 stuff. But Martin says, yellow flag, script strategy, Todd, 33 car out of fuel. Well, that stinks. You got to have enough gas to make it.
Yeah, sometimes you got to put that extra couple of fuel filters in there, Phil, so that way you can have the extra ounces of gas. Stuart Friesen did that here up at the Syracuse one year and won it that way. Great ingenuity. His green flag coming out here down the front straightaway. A lot of people didn't call it ingenuity, though, Phil. So a lot of people were pissed off about him.
Gray area.
Yeah, they were very mad.
I'm sure they were. A little bit of gray area there. Martin was flirting with it tonight, and he lost. Too bad for the 33 of Martin Karcher. We're back to the green flag racing. Austin Carr, Howard Weaver, Spencer Swafford's number 66 car running third in this good battle going on for fourth between Blake Heather and Richard Smart, the 71, door to door for position 4 into turn 3.
Yeah, Smart on to the bottom side there, the number 71 machine. White flag going to come out for the number 1 of Austin Carr, the Elite 7 Motorsports machine. Austin Carr has led every single lap here in the feature event down the back straightaway for the final time. Howard Weaver trying one last ditch effort here through turns number 3 and off of turn number 4, picking up the feature win here. Dirt Slinging Outlaws, Volusia Speedway, Austin Carr. And then Howard Weaver finishing up in that second spot. Weaver tried everything he could, including that kitchen sink. He threw it at him, Phil. And Austin Carr is still there as Howard Weaver gives him a little bit of a taparoo down the back straightaway.
Yeah, a little taparoo. Maybe the extra weight in the 07 car slowed him down. I guess we'll never know. But Austin Carr going to pick up the win over Howard Weaver, Spencer Swafford, Blake Keeler, Richard Spar with a top 5. Mike Craw, a really good fast car tonight. He finishes up 6th. Tyler Blankenship 7th. Steve Speece 8th. Scott Schroyer 9th. Justin Witt with a good solid top 10. Marcus Mays rallies back to finish up 11th. Frank Gonzalez 12th. Nathan Castle 13th. Chad Peterson 14th. TJ McGuire running out our top 15. 16th we find Mike Budson, Adam Joseph, David Day, Steven Spees, AJ Cruz making out the top 20 with Greg Lewis and Martin Karch running out the 22 car field. Dirt Swinging Outlaws super late model victory tonight, Todd, goes to Austin Carr. We'll talk to him and the rest of our top 3 next on the Post Race Show, live on your source for esports racing. All right, the post-race show live here from the Volusia Speedway Park down here in Florida, Victory Lane. We will find the Austin Carr. He'll be down there with Todd in just a few moments, Victory Lane. We'll run down here trackside and talk to second place finisher Howard Weaver, as well as our third place finisher who we join now down here trackside, jumping out of car number 66, Spencer Swafford, the Red Rocket, finishing up third here tonight. And you had a really good car. Those two guys up front, they're two of the best, and you are right there with them, Spencer. You got to feel good after a run like tonight. Tell us about that run for 40 laps.
Yeah, it was exhausting. The track was a whole lot of fun tonight. It was super fun. You know, whenever you see them two guys coming to server, you're going to have it pretty rough. You know, they're going to be up there as well. And they did a heck of a job tonight running this track. It was super technical and had some rough spots in it. It was fun.
Fun for sure. It definitely did look rough. I was expecting the low side to come back there toward the latter part of the race, but it really didn't. It stayed kind of middle of the top lane. It really seemed hard to pass. Where did you have your car set up to run? Was it set the run up high? Because I really anticipated the second half of the race we'd see the low side come back. It just didn't.
I actually had it set up for a late run, which would have put me on the bottom. Ran a little bit higher gear than I probably should have. Started burning my tires. It did help me on them starts, but it killed me in the long run, which not a problem. we had a good finish. It's all points night, and continue the flow in the next week.
Big picture racing right there. I absolutely love it there. That is an awesome run for the driver of car number 66, Sir Swafford. We call you the Red Rocket there, my friend, and I'm going to toss you the mic one final time here, live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So, Spencer, that awesome-looking yellow number 66 car, take the floor away. Thank whoever I'd like to thank they got you out here.
I'd like to thank Siebel's Lawn Care. They do an amazing job. iRacing iFlag, I actually have one of them. They are an amazing product. Anyone out there, I would definitely check them out. They give you that advantage that you want. I mean, it's just an amazing thing, and he's a good guy to deal with. And Keltner Contracting is a good group of guys over there. You all for putting the stream up. It's always fun to go back and watch after. And Dirt Slinging Outlaws for giving me a place to race on Mondays.
Well, we absolutely love it. We appreciate the kind words. There you have it, folks. The driver of car number 66, Spencer Swafford, going to finish up third here tonight in Volusia for the DSO Super Late Model. So we have talked to third. I'm not sure I'm ready to do this again. I get to go back down here and once again talk to our second place finisher. We find our old pal, Mr. Howard. We were down here, and the pressing question I have after this one, Howard, was it the extra weight from the Bojangles that weighed this car down? Because you had nothing for Austin Carr. I was as shocked as anybody else.
I knew Austin would be tough, but you put, 36 chicken tenders in anybody, it's going to slow them down. But it was a combination of that and the real thick barbecue sauce. It does me in every time, but you can't refuse it. Can't resist.
Oh. The good thick barbecue sauce of Bojangles, 36 chicken tenders. That's an impressive feat in about 3 minutes' time. Have you ever thought about maybe, we know you do skip rope, but how about the world eating competition? How about Major League Eating? Does Howard Weaver have a future there, possibly?
I don't know. I've been training to beat Joey Chestnut. A lot of stuff in hot sauce in my mouth. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound right. I like back to chicken. I like chicken.
Oh, we set him up and he walked right into it. I absolutely love it. We got the guy to walk into one. I'm so proud of myself. And, man, nonetheless there, Howard, you had a really good car here tonight. Finishing up second, some really good drivers here. To lose to a guy like Austin Carr, who we know is top shelf, some of the best of the best. You can't hang your head after finishing second to a guy like that, can you?
I never hang my head wherever I finish. I was hanging it a little bit because of the guilt from eating that many chicken tenders, but nothing to do with the racing. My car was super loose all race, but it seemed to get even worse at the end. But Austin, I think, won like 2 Pro Series races at Volusia last year, so he's really good here. And one of them he passed me to win, so I remember that one. But yeah, I don't care to lose. I love losing, but I'm good at it. And yeah, I was just happy I even got to race after, like you said, eating that many chicken tenders that quick.
All right, so let's go heck with racing. Let's talk food. You got to look up Matt Stoney. That guy can eat. I think Joey Chestnut's going to be in for a world of hurt this year at the Coney Island. Look up Matt Stoney, some of those food challenges, man. If you ever want inspiration how to eat, brother, you got to look up the Stoney challenges.
I'm getting pretty good at eating, but I always try to watch that thing on the 4th of July, and then I always forget or I oversleep because it comes on early, like 2 p.m. Who's up at that kind of hour?
Well, I set my alarm on that one. That's a national holiday, of course. But Howard Weaver, I gave him the floor one final time. A lot of sponsors out there to thank. And the chat box is absolutely just going out there hysterical, man. So as always, you bring it all over to us. The floor is all yours. The ambassador of Weaver Nation, take it away.
Well,
send it.
First of all, I have to thank Jordan Casey, because without him, none of us would be racing iRacing right now, because all the work he puts in to make sure that servers and tracks are up to par. He builds all the tracks himself, and so I mean, that's one guy doing a lot of work, and he probably puts in 80 hours a week at iRacing to build all this for us. So I gotta thank him. I gotta thank Seavol's Lawn Care, because I forgot to thank him last race, and he threatened to pull my sponsorship, and That's actually the only reason I was trying to race this race was to get him a shout out. So, and I think I forgot to thank Beefcakes Esports too. The only reason I'm remembering these now is because I'm watching the broadcast and you guys are looking at my car, so I'm just reading the sponsor straight off that. And I gotta thank South Texas iRacing Guy Flag, Shea Brizzle. And congratulations to Austin Carr. I love getting beat by him. He's one of my favorite guys to lose to.
Well, second place is the first loser, but he's everybody's baby daddy, ladies and gentlemen. Howard Weaver finishing up second here tonight in Volusia. So we have talked to our third place finisher. We have talked to second, and now the man of the hour, car number 1, the Austin Carr, is in victory lane with Todd Stanton. Take it away down there, Todd, and save me from Weaver out here. Yeah, this guy's crazy.
We're going to leave you with Howard Weaver just to see what he does to you. But we're down here with Austin Carr, driver of the number 1 Elite 7 Motorsports machine. Austin, what a fantastic race for you, leading every single lap there. And I guess Howard Weaver says he likes to lose to you the most. I mean, Austin, you put on a clinic here. Tell us about it.
I don't know how I can follow that interview up, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, it's
I
tough.
feel bad.
It's tough. It really is tough to follow Howard Weaver anywhere. I mean, as far as interview wise, but I mean, you can thank your sponsors. I don't know. What can you do, Austin? What can you say? I mean, Howard just, I don't know. Lately, the interviews have been fantastic.
But Todd,
I heard he like balls. I heard he like balls in his mouth, man. Come on now, just like Weaver's a special kind of stupid. I think we can all agree on that. But you know, you just gotta love him. He's just one of the people. You just gotta deal with him.
he loves losing to you, Austin. He loves losing to you. I mean, that's the best.
That dude has wrecked me more than anybody in this damn game. And I'll say it right to your face.
Watch it. We're not here live. Todd, take this train from me before I get this thing all run out of control.
Oh no, that's fine, Austin. It's been out there. We've seen you guys race quite a bit together. Like you said, he likes losing to you. That's fantastic in its own right. You're able to dominate here tonight. Volusia, one of your favorite tracks out here. It looks like as far as winning. We've seen you on the pro circuit, like you said. You passed him on a couple laps to go in a pro race. So again, a great race here tonight, Austin, and showing how you have that number 1 on the side of your car, right?
Yeah, this is probably one of my better tracks in the game, man. I just love this place. I love the configuration, and it's closer to home. It's like 2 hours away from me, and I just always run good here. This track actually requires a lot of finesse and actually like a lot of throttle control, and being off the gas here really helps a lot. And I don't know, I just going back to that race, that pro race, he really could have wrecked me here, honestly. I just slid right up in front of him, but it was a great time. But the car was just set on big. It was really tight, actually. I actually expected the track to wear out a little bit faster. And the line never really changed, which I was surprised about, at least for me. And I was actually happy that we got a lot of green flag laps in there. It was actually pretty fun. Just wish Howard could have kept up. You know, he's washed up and old and eats a lot of chicken tenders apparently. And I drink a lot of beer. See, that's where he's messed up. That weight actually helps you. You just got to put the right weight on.
Well, you got to have that beer. You got to have those snacks. You know, with beer goes great snacks. You know, wings or whatever else you want to add to it. And yeah, I've seen many races. Being a tech inspector, I'm going to tell you, many racers win with heavier cars than anybody that's finished behind them. You know, 100, 150 pounds extra weight sometimes does you a lot of justice. And tonight didn't do justice for Howard Weaver, though.
Yeah, he just needs to hang it up. When it comes back time to the Pro Series again, he just shouldn't show up. I mean, it's just gonna be a rough time for actually probably both of us. You guys are gonna destroy us.
Well, it's going to be rather interesting. I know we'll be tuning in to watch that Pro Series there, Austin. So we wish you guys both good luck in the Pro Series. But again, tonight, great race here tonight. We're going to give the microphone floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank. You can bash anybody you'd like to thank here in this next couple of minutes.
Ooh.
Oh man, the only thing I gotta bash is some dude literally spoke up in the beginning of the race. And he said that on the start, he's lucky that he didn't wreck me and Howard Weaver. I just don't see how that's racing. sometimes you got to use your brake, and sometimes you got to use your head. He didn't use his head when he said that. But I gotta thank MSR Mafia, Elite 7, with Drew, Zach, everybody over there, John, Jacob. Dirt Track and Racing app, check that out. It's with Tim Bennett, 5 Knuckle Raps with Dan Smith, MSR Mafia, True Form Race Products, Water Truck Production. And I gotta thank y'all for putting on the show. You always put on a really great show, and Dirt Slinging Outlaws for putting on this league.
Ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win in the Elite 7 Motorsports #1. That's Austin Carr taking down the victory here at Volusia Speedway here tonight. Dirt Slinging Outlaws, Phil. Man, what a race here tonight. I mean, we got comedy all the way around. We got things going on. Dirt Slinging Outlaws is the place to be here on a Monday night. If you want to get involved, get a hold of these guys on Facebook, Dirt Slinging Outlaws. Just hit them up. And it's $5 entry fee for each class. It's pro and super you can get entered into. You enter, you give your $5, and you can race with these guys. I'm telling you what, it's a fantastic group of guys, fantastic group of admins that are out there. You know, you can't say anymore. You got the best broadcasters too. Full Velocity Racing Network broadcasting it.
You absolutely do, and you want to get roasted by us and be a part of the big-time show. There is only a place to be. No account logins or sign-ups necessary. Right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We have you covered wall-to-wall with the best of the best out there. So happy to have you guys out there tonight. Thank you so much to our following Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. Thanks to Jack True and Ron Piles, my partner Todd, all his work behind the scenes. Thanks our sponsors once again. Cannot forget those guys. Hannibal Record Service, iRacing iFlag, Voyles Trucking, BladeNode.com. Got to thank our brand new sponsor coming aboard today, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gent over on YouTube. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to all our contributors there out there. Thanks for guys like Josh Smith. Got to thank him for all his work. Jim Revis behind the scenes. Jameson Colbridge. Shane Weinmiller doing some camera work for us. Thanks to all those guys. And thank you guys once again out there live on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch TV. For Todd, I am Phil. We'll see you back here live. We go at our 2003 racing tomorrow night live right here on your source for esports racing.
Good night.